The Braves hosted the defending National League champs tonight from Truist Park. That's where I'm live from right now. The Diamondbacks will be here all weekend. Spencer Strider was on the bump tonight. You know, he didn't get the decision his last time out, but he did get 8 strikeouts in that Braves 9-3 win over the Phillies to open the season. Let's head out to the home opener. Different story for Strider tonight. The D-backs got to him. First inning, Ketel Marte crushes one over the wall in right center. Solo shot gives Arizona the 1-0 lead. Still the same frame. Runners on second and third. Gino Suarez slaps one to right center. It goes off the wall. 2 runs come in. The Braves get in an early 3-0 hole. Bad night for Strider. Bottom 9, Bravos down 5-3. But you can never count them out. The D-backs can't handle this pop fly by Jared Kelenic. It drops in and ties things up. They bring it home in the 10th inning. Who else? Travis d'Arnaud with a runner on second rips one off the wall and left. The game-winning run comes home. The Braves walk it off to win their home opener 6-5 Braves final over Arizona from Truist Park. Tracy, I have to mention it. I know players and fans don't like talking about it, but after their early playoff exits the last 2 seasons, this club has a huge, huge chip on its shoulder. And so much so, their motto is World Series or bust, as you just said. It started down in Florida during spring training, and I'm talking about day 1. This is when we heard it from A.J. Minter. It then caught on like wildfire in the clubhouse. Spencer Strider said it might be shocking to some, but he likes that's the theme. Alex Anthopoulos doesn't mind it either, saying players can use whatever they want as fuel. The fans are all about it.
Every year I believe in that. Yeah, I don't know why you would start a year out with a team like this and the roster that we have without expecting the best.
I'm just addicted to getting back to the postseason, getting back into the World Series. I know everyone has getting the opportunity. I mean, there's no words to describe it. And for us to aim short and act like, we're satisfied just winning the division, I just think that's a lie.
And after 5 games, the Braves are 3-2. More importantly, they beat the Phillies to open the season 2-1. So they're pretty happy about that, but they want to keep it going against the Diamondbacks tonight. Reporting live from Truist Park, Emily Gagnon, Atlanta News First.
The Braves were 1 win away from sweeping the defending National League champs entering today's matinee. They came from behind in back-to-back games to beat the Diamondbacks. Spencer Strider was placed on the 15-day injured list with a right elbow UCL sprain, so right-handed pitcher Alan Winans was recalled to Atlanta. Game 3 from Truist Park, second inning here. Matt Olson do it to it. He blasts one to right field for his 3rd homer of the season, 408 feet to the chop house. Bravos up 1-0. Bottom 4 tied at 2. Michael Harris, the second, follows in Olson's footsteps. Solo shot to right center. Atlanta News First meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi caught that ball. She posted about it on Instagram. Braves take the 3-2 lead. Bottom 8, Austin Riley takes care of business. 2-run home run for the 5-2 advantage. The Braves enjoy a memorable home opener with a 3-game sweep of the D-backs. They'll host the Mets starting tomorrow on the 50th anniversary of Hank Aaron's 715th home run. Well, guys, Georgia State football continues spring practices from Center Park Stadium. New head coach Del McGee will showcase his team on April 12th at the Panthers spring game. The tone at practice is different under McGee. You can tell there's a new way of doing things with an entirely new coaching staff. Players get a clean slate, and that's a good thing for many of them. For the guys who've been around for a few years, they get a chance to prove themselves all over again and compete for playing time.
We're live from Truist Park to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Hank Aaron's 715th home run, the one that broke Babe Ruth's record. Moments ago, we heard from his teammates. Dusty Baker told us during spring training that year, back in 1974, Aaron was actually working on hitting home runs. During spring training, he hit 10 home runs and had 11 hits, so it was never a question about whether he would break the record, rather when he would break the record. Guys, you have to remember, it was a different world back then. Aaron received a ton of hate at the time. He rose above racism and threats when he was pursuing Ruth's record. Earlier today, Baker was quick to point out what was going on in the 1960s and 70s. So after Aaron broke the record, his mom was draped all over him, not to celebrate, but for protection.
Murders and assassinations all through our country. And, you know, it was real. You know, the threats were real. And they were threats on his life. And his mom was draped all over him to try to save him and protect him. You know, I mean, just in case. I mean, I'm sure all of us will do the same for our children.
And through the hate, so many people are quick to point out that Hank Aaron unified so many people through the sport of baseball.
Year in and year out, it's hard to watch the Masters without seeing a former Dog in the field. This year, there are 6 players who used to represent UGA playing throughout the week. And guys, if you think that's a lot, it is. It ties a record high.
It seems like I do better when everyone's rooting against me than rooting for me. So I'll have to, I've got to, that's a new challenge because, yeah, I mean, around Augusta, you know, there's a lot of dogs out here and you hear it all week and it's fantastic. So I'll have to try to channel it. Maybe I'll just pretend like they're yelling mean things instead of nice things.
One of the 6 has worn the iconic green jacket not once, but twice. A decade ago, Bubba Watson won at Augusta in 2012 and again in 2014. Brian Harmon won his first and only major last year at the British Open Championship. He's ranked in the world's top 10 of all the former Dogs. He's playing the best golf right now.
A dear friend of mine that introduced me to duck hunting brought me here the first time when I was 14 years old, I believe. And we played 18 holes. So I've been very familiar with this place for a very long time. It's a special place.
And it is Harmon's 6th appearance at the Masters this week. He was quick to say it's not duck hunting season right now, it's turkey hunting season. And guys, all 6 former Dogs playing this week were coached by Chris Hack, who still runs the program in Athens right now. Reporting from Augusta National, Emily Gagnon, Atlanta News First.
Given youth. Guys, what about the Yellow Jackets, though? We have to talk about Georgia Tech, right? Of the 5 amateurs playing in this week's tournament, one of them is a current Yellow Jacket. You know, he didn't compete with his team this past weekend to get ready for what's ahead. It's his first time at Augusta National, but with the way he's been playing, it won't be his last. Georgia Tech's Crystal Lamprecht is the 2nd best golfer in the 2024 PGA Tour University ranking. This week, a career highlight, even better than his spot among the best college golfers in the country. Lamprecht gets to play in the Masters.
Playing in any major as a golfer is kind of where you want to compete, and that's where every golfer wants to play every single week in and week out. They want to play the biggest tournaments in the world, they want to play against the best, and they want to play for the most coveted trophies. So to be doing that as an amateur before I even turn pro is a great privilege, is an honor.
You won't miss the senior when he's on the green. At 6'8", Lamprecht's tied for the tallest ever to play in the Masters. He qualified by winning the British Amateur. He'll be playing against the best in the world at 23 years old. Great experience for when he turns pro.
I've earned my spot to be there just as much as any other guy in that field. So yeah, they might be the best players in the world, but I've also earned my way in there, so I deserve to be there. I'm just gonna go play out and try to play against the golf course.
You can hear his accent as much as you can see his height. Lamprecht is from South Africa. As much as he loves his home country, he's quick to point out 3 of the 4 majors are in the U.S. He calls it the Mecca of golf, and he's envisioned being right where he is for years.
For me personally, it's been a dream. I think every kid that plays golf and wants to aspire to be a great golfer has that dream of they're standing on the putting green, practicing it late at night and thinking about this is the one putt to win the Masters. For me, it's obviously a privilege, and it's kind of a showcase to how much better I'm getting and how much better golf I'm playing.
And in the history of this tournament, 3 South Africans have won the Masters, none bigger than Gary Player, who's won it 3 times. Of course, Lamprecht hopes to be the 4th. If not this week, it'll be, very hard for him to do that now, but later in the future. He has plenty of time. Reporting live from Augusta National, Emily Gagnon, Atlanta News First.